Mark Desmond, also known as Blockbuster, has been affiliated with the Secret Society of Supervillains and the Suicide Squad. His abilities include superhuman strength, stamina, endurance, and a high-level resistance to injury.
The first Blockbuster was Mark Desmond, a chemist who desired to increase his physical strength. Experimenting on himself, he succeeded in making himself stronger and taller, but as a side effect of the process, he also became almost mindlessly aggressive.
The mentally debilitated Desmond was cared for by his brother Roland, a local criminal who kept their mother from discovering what Mark had done to himself. Roland manipulated his brother into committing crimes on his behalf until they came into conflict with Batman and Robin.
Desmond later found himself clashing with Batman on various occasions. He joined the Secret Society of Supervillains briefly for a battle with the Justice League. Later, Amanda Waller recruited Desmond for her revived Suicide Squad. He was killed fighting Darkseid's creation Brimstone.
Blockbuster absorbed energies from the Alfred Memorial, which gave him some powers, and was once substituted for the super-strong undead villain Solomon Grundy from Earth 2 due to a machine that was substituting people from both Earths. Green Lantern caused him to fight Solomon Grundy, leading to them both briefly knocking each other out.
Later, Mark Desmond is a patient of Dr. Fane's. He lives on the estate, and at night he undergoes procedures to enhance his intelligence. He is exposed to small amounts of a green compound intravenously. An accident is caused by a new patient believing he is in pain, and the cascade of green liquid overdoses Desmond and creates an explosion.
The overdose enhances the creature known as Blockbuster. He rampages from the building in pain and knocks an attacking Hawkman unconscious. Blockbuster was later mind-controlled by Necromancer to help her steal an artifact from a Washington, D.C. museum, which brought the attention of Hawk and Dove.
They team up with Batman and Robin to stop Blockbuster and Necromancer. Mark Desmond later appears as a member of the Secret Society of Supervillains upon having been recruited by Outsider. When Catwoman breaks out of Arkham Asylum, Mark Desmond and Signalman confronted Catwoman on a rooftop, which ended with Catwoman being knocked out.
Roland Desmond, also known as Blockbuster, has been affiliated with the Underground Society and the Black Lantern Corps. His abilities include superhuman strength, stamina, endurance, a high-level resistance to injury, and genius-level intellect. Roland Desmond became the second Blockbuster after a severe illness forced him to be treated with experimental steroids.
Like his brother Mark, Roland became a child-minded, super-strong monster. He ran wild in the Southwest, but Batman and Starman brought his rampage to an end. Desmond became obsessed with elevating himself greatly above his debilitated intellect.
A pact with the demon Neron granted him a genius-level intellect, and Desmond embarked once more on a career of crime and destruction. He began his revived criminal career by causing chaos in the town of Manchester, although his schemes were foiled by the speedster Impulse.
Desmond then moved to his brother's hometown of Bloodhaven. He forced the crime lord Angel Marin out of power and took over the city's criminal rackets. Roland's plan was to build a criminal empire in the Haven that would eventually enable him to extend his dominion over Gotham, Star City, Metropolis, and New York's underworlds.
For that purpose, he bought the corrupt elements of the city's police department, most notably Police Chief Redhorn and Inspector Dudley "Deadly" Soames. Despite his swift and vicious consolidation of power, Blockbuster's hold on Bloodhaven's organized crime was nevertheless weakened by the intervention of the city's new protector, Nightwing, who, with Oracle's help, foiled Desmond's plans at every turn.
Oracle often removes money from Blockbuster's accounts, and he has a man working to stop and find Oracle named Vogel. Desmond's primary goal became the elimination of the young vigilante. He placed a contract on Nightwing's life, employing the services of several assassins, including Lady Vic, Stallion, Brutal, the Trigger Twins, and Shrike.
As a further result of his initial transformation, Desmond later developed albinism and a heart defect. He was restored to comparative health by a heart transplant from one of the talking apes of Gorilla City, and was consolidating his control over Bloodhaven and contemplating a takeover of Gotham City when he was killed by the new tarantula.
Eventually, Roland's corpse is reanimated by a black power ring and recruited to the Black Lantern Corps. Lex Luthor created a new Blockbuster to serve as an opponent of his manufactured hero team, Infinity Inc.
Little is revealed about this Blockbuster, save for the fact that Luthor possesses some measure of control over his actions and level of strength.
Luthor also comments that he is stronger than either of the previous two Blockbusters. This brute's cognitive abilities and appearance are very similar to the original. Blockbuster, with the controlled interference from Lex Luthor, killed the superhero trajectory.
All Blockbusters have superhuman strength, stamina, and endurance. They also have a high degree of resistance to physical and energy-based attacks. After selling his soul to Neron, Roland Desmond gained genius-level intellect.